literature, Sri Onkar Singh Pahwa in industry, and Sri Kandu Wangchuk Bhutia in fine arts. What you have honored is extraordinary talent from all the corners of our motherland and the ceaseless quest for excellence dedicated to building a new vibrant India. New vibrant India, a developed India, a happy India, a prosperous India, a peaceful India is our aim. I am happy that the India is on the move. India was once upon a time known as Vishwaguru. Students from across the globe, they used to come and study here. Naranda, Takshashila, Pushpagiri, Vikramshila, many. And because of colonial rule, in between we lost our momentum. And we are taught in an education system which is more influenced by their colonial rule. Our own contribution, our own civilization, our own traditions, our own culture, our own heritage has not been given adequate importance in our education. I am happy that the new education policy has been brought forward, taking into consideration the need for really making education Indian. Indian education for Indian students. The new education policy has to be understood in proper spirit and it should be implemented in letter and spirit. This is the duty of one and all. It is most appropriate that we should celebrate the excellence in the convocation of a university which has set high benchmarks and is constantly making all-round efforts to achieve them. My dear brothers and sisters, the Honorable Prime Minister has given a 3-line mantra, Sri Narendra Bhai Modi. He said, reform, perform and transform. Transformation of the entire system. Transformation of the society. Transformation of the human beings. Transformation for better. Transformation for making strong India, stable India, peaceful India, prosperous India. Peace is prerequisite for progress. Peace is prerequisite for progress. If there is tension, you cannot pay attention and have the retention of what you have. There may be pretension, but attention will be missing. So that's why I call upon all the universities across the country to see that peace is maintained in universities. The purpose of joining university, coming here to the campus, is to gain knowledge so that you can be empowered for future and you can empower the country. Education institutions are the knowledge givers. Education is not only for a degree. Education is for enlightenment. Education is for empowerment. Enhancement of the knowledge already there among the children. So focusing on that, universities should focus on that, not to divert their attention to other issues and make bad name to the university. This is my appeal to all the universities across the country. I am happy more and more universities. Why more and more? Except to almost all the universities. They are focusing on their academic excellence and doing a good work. I compliment all the universities across the country for doing this good work. Education of a good quality must become accessible to all, be affordable, and should lead to a positive transformation in an individual's outlook. Societal cohesion and inclusive national development. There has to be cohesion in the society. It should be taught to the students from the beginning itself. We are a nation. We are proud of our heritage. But we should not fight on the basis of caste, religion or region and create unnecessary divisions in the society. It is unfortunate even after this, at the time of the 75th year, here and there, some people are trying to take advantage. I always tell people to focus on 4 things while selecting and electing people: character, caliber, capacity and conduct. But unfortunately, some people, they try to replace these 4 C's by another 4 C's. That is caste, community, cash and criminality. This is not required for the nation. We are one nation, irrespective of caste, creed, sex, religion and region. India is one. Alag bhasha, alag vesh, fir bhi apna ek desh. Vividhata mein ekata, Bharat ka visheshata. Yes, vividhatas are there. We have different identities, different religions, nothing wrong. We belong to different regions, but we all belong to one country. India, Bharatavarsha, our motherland. So we should act as Indians. This should be kept in mind by all. We must always harness the power of education and unleash the creative energies of young minds, hands and hearts. The new India we are dreaming of will be built on soaring aspirations and acquisition of new competencies. It will be built on the knowledge, skills and attitudes we impart in our classrooms and innovations we foster in our workshops and laboratories. We have to work for knowledge economy. Knowledge. That's where the future of our nation lies and is being shaped every day. Education should transform the way we look at the planet we live in and how we interact with the people who live with us on it. This university is a sacred land where respected great Guru Nanak Ji and other gurus showed that our lives should be illumined by 5 virtues: Sat, or honest; truthful behavior; Santokh, or contentment; not being greedy; Daya, or compassion; Nimrata, or humility; and Pyar, or love. Love of humanity, love of divinity. This should be the message, and we all should follow the same. I hope these principles will continue to inspire us to become better human beings. My dear students, youngsters, today is indeed a special day in your lives. As you stand poised on the cusp of a major transition, a point of intersection of the accumulated knowledge of formal education of the past and the promise of a wonderful future, which lies ahead. We must all youngsters must keep in mind that we should be friendly with the nature. We should be friendly with the nature. Nature, culture, together for a bright future. If you are friendly with the nature and follow your culture, your future will be great. This has to be remembered by all. As you know, knowledge has no limits. Equipped with requisite skills and knowledge, in a sense you are now embarking on a quest as explorers of higher levels of expertise in your chosen domains. Aim high, dream high, devote yourself to building a bright future for yourself and for the nation at large. Success and fulfillment will automatically follow then. Remember that knowledge you have acquired has the power to change the world. Punjab University occupies a place of preeminence among the institutions of higher learning. All of you are stepping out today with your head held high, proud to belong to an institution of excellence dedicated to the discovery, sharing and application of knowledge, an institution at which the academic environment promotes both holistic learning and personal growth. Share and care is the core of Indian philosophy. Share and care is the core of Indian philosophy. This should be part of our life. We see number of gurudwaras continuously having langar. Number of temples also doing the same thing. Number of other institutions also. That is the way of life. That is our Indian culture, our heritage. Acquire wealth, but share the wealth with others. And while doing so, my dear youngsters, keep in mind, health is very important. If you are healthy, you will become wealthy. If you are wealthy without being healthy, there is no guarantee. So keep that in mind. Do physical fitness. Some exercise. Whatever is your choice. Encourage sports. Join the sports. So that you will be sportive. You will be friendly with all. You will be physically fit and mentally alert. If you are physically fit, you will be mentally alert. This should be part of our life. This COVID has taught us a lesson to be healthy, to be physically fit, to work hard. If you are crazy, you will become lazy. And if you are lazy, you will become crazy. So you have to be active, you have to be dynamic, and you have to be sportive. This is my advice. And second is, follow our traditions, our culture and heritage, which is great, given by our sages, by our forefathers. Follow those traditions. Lead a happy, friendly family life. Spend time with your parents, with your grandparents. Acquire knowledge from them. And also follow healthy food habits. I am not going to give you any food code or prescribe any food code. Don't worry on that. Eat whatever you want to eat. But eat Indian food. Eat cooked food. Cooked meals, that is my advice to all of you. Some of the stupid youngsters encouraged by the Western media propaganda, colonial rule, they prefer sometimes junk food. That's no good for all of us. Thousands of years of civilization, our forefathers, they have taught us what food, for what reason, for what season. Season and reason. That is there in our food methods. There is no dearth of food choices. Thousands of opportunities are there across the country. Thousands of varieties are there. So follow the same. Don't worry about this. As I told you, junk food, you will spoil your health. And working hard. We have seen the COVID affected mostly urban people, less rural people. Because rural people, they work. They live with the nature. They live under the sun. But some of us avoid sun. Not our sons, but the sun, great sun. I was in London, moving on. The driver told me, he said, sir, good morning. I said, okay, namaste, tell me. He said, today is a very sunny day. I asked him, is it your son's birthday? He said, no sir, sunny day. Sun is bright. I told him, poor fellow, India, 365 days are sunny days only. And we are not taking advantage of the sun. Sun, moon, the plantations, the trees, the water, the good soil we have. We should take advantage and be friendly with this nature. This is my another advice to all the youngsters. My dear youngsters, you have bright future. But you must always work hard. Gain more and more knowledge. Some of you may be interested to go abroad. I say it in every university. If you want to go abroad, there is no need to go abroad now, but if you want to go abroad, go. Simple advice. Go, learn, earn and return. Come back. Come back and do something for the motherland. Something to your native place. Something to your country which has given you this beautiful opportunity. Nothing wrong in going. And we have a lot of opportunities. The central government have announced that plans are in place to expand the educational television program to allow education in regional languages. I am very happy about it. Because I want the basic education to be in mother tongue. I don't call them as regional languages, they are national languages. Punjabi also is a national language. We must promote, propagate, practice mother tongue during our early education. Afterwards, we can go for any language. I have no problem. I am not opposed to any language, including English also. But first learn your mother tongue. Mother tongue is like your eyesight. The other language is like spectacles. If you have eyesight, then spectacles will work better. If you don't have eyesight, आप Raban glasses पहने तो भी जुबान से कुछ आएगा नहीं. This has to be understood. So I call upon the governments, including the government of Punjab, basic education should be promoted in mother tongue, so that the children will get the inherent knowledge easy. If you start it with English, the problem will be the child has to learn the language, learn the subject also. First subject, then language. That should be our approach. I am happy that Government of India is focusing on that. Various state governments also are taking initiatives. And this is the way forward, not only in education, in all spheres. We must use the state language to start with. Education, okay, and then administration, okay, then gadget notification, okay, then usage in courts, okay, then usage in legislature, assembly and parliament. One must have the right to speak in mother tongue. There can be translation. I have now started in parliament. 22 languages, you can speak any language of your choice. Give it in advance notice so that there is simultaneous translation. This should be the way forward for all the states and also for all sectors. Then I also suggest the children, they should be educated about healthy habits. This is the duty of the parents and the society. We have seen how this pandemic has disrupted the lives of the people and disrupted different countries. Teachers, parents, they should really educate the children. And also now we are having online. Online, yes, but that cannot be the main line. Virtual cannot be actual, but virtual is factual as of now. So we have to get ourselves also accommodated to that. And as soon as the normalcy comes, we should have actual. Children going to school, spending time with the teachers and also spending time with the other friends, that gives them a lot of satisfaction and more focus on education. I hope that we'll be able to come out of this pandemic at the earliest. There are good signs about that, and we should all follow the government advice from time to time, whether it is wearing a mask in a closed place or maintaining that honorable distance. Surakshit Duri. I don't call it a social distance, but Surakshit Duri. The needed safe distance has to be followed. My dear friends, the university should accord greater importance to implementable patents under intellectual property rights. I call upon all the universities across the country, in spite of the knowledge, in spite of so much excellent work you are all doing, why we are lagging behind in the ranking of the so-called 100 or 200 universities internationally? What are the reasons? One has to put that question. And the academic community of the universities must focus on achieving the excellence. That should be our priority and focus for the universities. More and more research papers, more and more patents, good infrastructure and good atmosphere there are needed. And also the universities must need to foster startups culture, startup. It is an encouraging feature in the country. More and more youngsters are taken to startups, and they must build an entrepreneurial spirit in students. So my dear youngsters, I don't want to take much of your time. Remember your university, wherever you are. Back to the university, do something wherever you can, in whatever manner you can, because at the end of the day, this is the university which has given you the knowledge and the strength. I'm happy that university is making progress in all aspects of higher education under the able leadership of Professor Rajkumar, the Vice Chancellor. I am hopeful that the Senate members will support the growth of this historic university by lending their time and sharing their expert advice to make Punjab University one of the best universities in the world. All the best to all of you. Thank you very much. Namaskar. Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir, for an extremely inspirational address. I'm sure the students would treasure your words as much as they would treasure the day today. And undoubtedly, the students should take pride in how far they have come, but also have faith in how far they can go. Now, I now request the Registrar, Punjab University, to propose a formal vote of thanks.
Honorable Vice President of India and Chancellor of Punjab University, Honorable Governor of Punjab, Honorable Governor of Haryana, Honorable Chief Minister of Punjab, Honorable Chief Minister of Haryana, Honorable Minister of State for Commerce and Industry, Government of India, Honorable Vice Chancellor, distinguished recipients of Honoris Causa and Punjab University Ratna Awards, esteemed fellows, deans, heads of departments, faculty members, administrative staff, scholars, senior functionaries of Union Territory, Chandigarh, Punjab and Haryana, media persons, ladies and gentlemen. I feel really honored and privileged to express gratitude to this august gathering on behalf of entire Punjab University family. The much awaited 69th convocation, which had been delayed because of the COVID pandemic, has put an end to the anxiety and long wait of meritorious scholars, as today none other than Honorable Vice President of India and Chancellor of Punjab University is present here. Sir, our students and entire PU fraternity had been waiting eagerly and enthusiastically to catch a glimpse of yours and hear your words of wisdom. Sir, your impeccable stature, magnanimous personality, positive energy and ripened thoughts have indeed left indelible marks on the minds of all present here today. I am sure we will go back enriched and inspired. Thank you very much, sir. We are also deeply honored to have amongst us the Honorable Governors of Punjab and Haryana, Honorable Chief Ministers of Punjab and Haryana, Honorable Minister of State for Commerce and Industry, Government of India. Sir, you all have been very generous and extending your unflinching support and blessings on us. We are indeed grateful to you for your gracious presence today. Thank you, sir. I also wish to thank the recipients of Honoris Causa and Ratna awardees who accepted our invitation and graced the occasion. We have indeed embellished ourselves by decorating you, sir. I express sincere thanks to all benevolent donors who have donated generously for the institution of various awards and medals with which we adorn our students and scholars year after year. I would also express my sincere gratitude to the fellows of university who have graced the occasion and blessed our students. I am extremely grateful to our dynamic Vice Chancellor for his guidance, mentorship and direction. Thank you, sir, for leading our team all the way. This mega event would not have been possible without the collective efforts of all my brothers and sisters of Punjab University family. That includes chairpersons, deans, directors, members of teaching and non-teaching staff, security staff, construction and maintenance staff, horticulture staff, and list goes on. Because of the limitation of time, it is not possible to name all of them, but we are extremely thankful to all of you. My sincere gratitude to the senior functionaries of Chandigarh administration and Chandigarh Police for their continued support and guidance for the successful organization of this mega event. I am thankful to the media for appropriately covering the event. I owe my sincere gratitude to our beloved and meritorious students who win the university its great reputation by their committed efforts and continuous hard work. We are equally thankful to the parents for posing their faith and trust in us with their most precious assets, their children. Before concluding, I would also like to offer apologies for any inconvenience if caused to any of the esteemed guests or invitees. Punjab University's philosophy is that howsoever good or even the best you do in the present, there is always a scope for improvement in future. Carrying on with this philosophy, we will keep improving ourselves. And with these words, I once again thank you one and all. May God bless all. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Kindly rise in your seats for the national anthem.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता। पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल बंग। विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंग। तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे। गाहे तव जय गाथा जनगण मंगल दायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता। जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे।
Thank you all. I request the audience to remain in their seats because we will begin the second phase of the deliberations shortly.